Well, the holiday season is upon us, and you know, purchasing the engagement ring of your dreams is possibly just around the corner. Maybe that's what's going to happen to you before the new year. You never know. Well, experts Amanda Gizzi and Elena Crodell are here from the Jewelry Information Center to give us some more information that us consumers need to know in the event that we're about to get hitched. How are you ladies this morning?
We're great. Thank you for having us, Laura.
No, that's
we are
no
so
problem.
great.
Thank you so very much.
We've got some stunners here.
Well, I can tell, and I'm really excited to get to that because, you know, we just read that December is the most popular month to get engaged, which I can imagine around, you know, the holidays or maybe even New Year's. So what's the most popular trends in engagement rings right now?
We have three big trends that we're seeing. We're seeing the halo setting as well as colored gemstones, and then a big one which I'm going to kick off with, which is actually black and gray diamonds, believe it or not. And they are truly incredible, and they are not for the traditional bride by any means, but for the bride who wants something chic and something alternative, not like all of her girlfriends. These are great choices. Here we have a rose cut gray diamond by Ann Sporton, as well as a black diamond by Ann Sporton as well. And then we have this incredible gray diamond from David Allen Jewelry. As you can see, they really are stunning, and they go well with everything. They go great with every skin tone. They really are something fresh for a different type of bride. And then the halo setting is the other big trend that we're seeing, and that's when a center stone is flanked by a row of diamonds, which, as you can see here, allow the diamond to really look larger, which is why we love this trend.
Yeah, and you know, ladies, it's funny because, you know, our parents' rings look nothing like the rings that we're seeing today. So I can tell that that's definitely, because there was a time where it was very traditional. I feel like the rings are now more, I guess, fashion forward, we could say.
Absolutely. You know, it's funny that you mentioned that because the round is still the most popular shape. So we brought some examples of that. But really, even if it's a round stone, you can set it so that it looks so special and different. So here we have three examples. They're all round center stones. This one is by Gamushian, and it has diamonds down the band. And then the second one is by Mayvona, and as you can see, there are two tiny little diamonds on both sides. And last but not least, this is a bezel setting, which has a rim of metal around it by Claudia Endler. All so drastically different, but still that classic round shape.
When it comes to engagement rings, I know that a lot of women would like to think that they're in Texas and bigger is better. But oftentimes, you know, price does matter, so it's hard for some people to purchase something that's more than hundreds of thousands of dollars. But for that guy that wants to spring for his lady, you have a little something for them too.
We do.
Go ahead. This is
We've
incredible.
Bring out the big boy. We want to see it.
Bring out the big boy. Amanda and I were fighting over it this morning, who can wear it. But so we put it on a form. This is a 3.3 carat Tove International piece. It is a stunner. As you can see, it has side stones, which are tiny little stones that make the center look even bigger. And the reason why it's so expensive is because it has the most pristine cut. And the 4Cs are really, really good quality 4Cs. And of course, the carat weight doesn't hurt. 3.3 carats is pretty significant, and the larger that you get in terms of the diamond size, typically the more expensive, only because in nature it's harder to find larger diamonds. So it's a case of supply and demand.
We consider that the ultimate holiday gift.
I would say so, and I believe that that would be a gift that keeps on giving every year, okay? But so when we start talking about those rings getting bigger and bigger and bigger, we also want to talk about insurance as well, because accidents do happen, and sometimes they happen with something that we don't want to lose. So what should we do if we're trying to get some sort of insurance on those rings?
You want to make sure that you contact your homeowner's insurance or your renter's insurance, or contact someone who specializes in jewelry insurance, such as Jewelers Mutual Insurance Company, because you want to make sure from the moment that ring comes into your possession that if anything should happen to it, if you lose it or if something happens, that you are fully insured. And that's a tip that a lot of people do forget, but is really important to consider.
And I have to say, no, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, while you're thinking of that, you know, always make sure you go to that reputable jeweler too, because you want to have them check the prongs and clean it appropriately about every 6 months, because if a prong is loose or something happens, you don't want to risk that diamond falling out. So super important.
I can promise you, if Prince Charming comes along and gives me 3.5 carats to put on my left hand, I will weld it to my finger. You don't need to worry about it going anywhere. Ladies, thank you so very much for being with us this morning. We do appreciate it, and happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
All right, we're